What truly is the essence of power and control, and how do they manifest in our everyday lives? Power, my dear friends, is an enigmatic concept. It's a force, a currency, a tool that shapes the world around us. And yet, it is so much more than that. Power isn't just about political dominance or social influence. It's about personal growth and development. It's about understanding your own strengths and weaknesses, and using that knowledge to navigate through the labyrinth of life. Every day, we wield power in our interactions, decisions, and even in our thoughts. It's in the choices we make, the relationships we build, and the goals we pursue. Power is a constant companion, a silent guide, shaping our path through the world. It's an integral part of our lives, and understanding its nature can help us harness its potential. Now let's delve into the intricate laws of power, exploring the first 7. The first law of power: never outshine the master. This law is not about subservience, but about respect. It's about acknowledging the master's experience, wisdom, and position. It's about learning from them, soaking in their knowledge like a sponge and not showing off your own brilliance prematurely. It's about understanding that power is a marathon, not a sprint. Showing off too soon can lead to resentment or even backlash. The journey to power is a delicate dance, and the first step is respecting the master's lead. This brings us to the second law: never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. It's a law that may seem cynical at first glance, but it's important in understanding power dynamics. Trust is a precious commodity, and it should not be given away freely or without thought. Friends can often be swayed by emotion, leading to irrational decisions. Enemies, on the other hand, can be predictable in their opposition. Knowing this, you can use their predictability to your advantage. This law teaches us to be discerning, to understand human nature, and to use it to our advantage. Finally, we come to the third law: conceal your intentions. This law is about maintaining an air of mystery, of unpredictability. It's about not showing all your cards at once. In the game of power, showing too much can make you vulnerable. It opens you up to manipulation and exploitation. Concealing your intentions keeps others guessing, keeps them off balance. It gives you the upper hand. It allows you to control the narrative, to dictate the pace of the game. These laws may seem harsh, even ruthless, but they are not about deceit or manipulation. They are about understanding power, about navigating the complex and often treacherous waters of power dynamics. They are about protecting oneself and advancing one's interests. These laws lay the foundation for understanding power dynamics. Our fourth law of power: always say less than necessary. This law emphasizes the power of silence, a soft yet potent tool. It's the art of holding back, of knowing when to speak and when to simply observe. In silence, we find a cloak of mystery that can intrigue, mystify, and even intimidate. When we speak less, we reveal less, maintaining an aura of enigma that can be a powerful ally. Moving on, we delve into the fifth law of power. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is a fragile, precious entity constructed painstakingly, and yet it can crumble in the blink of an eye. It can make or break a person, opening doors or slamming them shut. A good reputation can be a stepping stone to power, a bad one, a stumbling block. Guarding it becomes a task of utmost importance. Our sixth law of power takes a slightly different turn: court attention at all costs. Herein lies the importance of visibility and attention. In the grand theater of life and power, those in the spotlight command influence. Attention is a currency of its own kind. It's about making your presence felt, your voice heard, and your actions seen. It's about standing out from the crowd, not fading into the background. The seventh law of power brings us into the realm of delegation and credit-taking. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. This law paints a picture of strategic leadership. It's not about shirking responsibility, but rather about smart allocation of tasks and resources. And when the work is done, it's about taking the credit, about owning the success that comes from the collective effort. These laws teach us strategic ways to wield power. They give us a glimpse into the complex, multidimensional world of power dynamics, where silence can speak volumes, reputation is a treasure, attention is a currency, and delegation is an art. This is the game of power, intricate and fascinating, demanding and rewarding. Moving on to the 8th law of power, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. In the grand chessboard of power, this law beckons us to turn the tables. Instead of chasing, let others come to you. Use your resources, your skills, or even your charm as bait to lure them. It's not about deception, but rather it's about creating an irresistible pull that makes people gravitate towards you. Next, we encounter the 9th law. Win through your actions, never through argument. Words, as they say, are cheap. It's easy to argue, to debate, to make promises. But true power lies not in what we say, but in what we do. Actions speak volumes more than words ever could. They are tangible, real, and undeniable. Winning through actions means proving your worth through deeds, not debates. It's about showing, not telling. Now, let's delve into the 10th law. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. This law might seem harsh at first glance, but it's rooted in practical wisdom. The emotions and attitudes of those around us can be infectious. Negative energy breeds negativity, just as positivity breeds positivity. If you surround yourself with the unhappy and unlucky, their misfortunes may seep into your life. Therefore, it's prudent to associate with those who uplift you, not those who bring you down. Finally, the 11th law. Learn to keep people dependent on you. This law encourages us to become indispensable. If people depend on you, they are less likely to betray or abandon you. However, this isn't about fostering unhealthy dependence. It's about providing value, being reliable, and creating a sense of trust that makes people want to keep you in their lives. These laws focus on the tactics of power, the art of attracting, influencing, and controlling others. They guide us in navigating the complex dynamics of power, helping us to understand not just how to gain power, but also how to wield it effectively and responsibly. The 12th law of power. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. This law is a masterstroke of subtlety, weaving a complex tapestry of trust and manipulation. It's not about being dishonest, but rather about being selectively honest. Your honesty should be a tool, a calculated move that disarms your adversary, making them susceptible to your influence. Generosity, too, is a potent weapon. It creates a sense of obligation, a debt that can be called upon when the time is ripe. Moving on to the 13th law. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. This law reminds us that the human psyche is intricately wired towards self-interest. Appeals to mercy or gratitude can be dismissed, but an appeal to self-interest is difficult to ignore. It's about understanding the motivations of others and aligning your requests accordingly. It's about ensuring that the other party sees a tangible gain in helping you. Lastly, we come to the 14th law. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. This is perhaps one of the most subtle laws of power. It's about gathering information, about understanding the terrain before you march into battle. But this isn't about literal espionage. It's about being observant, about understanding the dynamics at play. It's about knowing your friends and enemies alike, about understanding their weaknesses and strengths. It's about posing as a friend, a confidant, all while gathering valuable information that can be used to your advantage. These laws reveal the subtleties of power, the careful balance of honesty, generosity, self-interest, and deceit. They remind us that power is not just about brute force. It's about strategy, about understanding human nature, and about manipulating the environment to your advantage. It's about playing the game with finesse, with a keen understanding of the rules, and always staying one step ahead of your adversaries. We've journeyed through the first 14 laws of power, each with its unique insights. We uncovered the enigma of power, delved into its foundations, explored strategies and tactics, and glimpsed the subtleties that make it so intricate. But remember, these laws aren't just about amassing power. They're about understanding the dynamics of human interactions, navigating life with wisdom. Until next time, keep these laws in mind and see the world from a new perspective.